Hello, everyone. This is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. My name is Vanita Lambert, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. I have a very special guest. Her name is Sylvia Woolfolk Martin. She is my NCNW sister. She's a nurse, and she's involved in so many other organizations like the NAACP and just a plethora of other organizations. So thank you for joining us today, Sylvia. How are you?
You're welcome. I'm fine. Just came back from a nice cruise to Bermuda, a little getaway, trying to heal.
Trying to heal after Bermuda? You should be okay.
Oh, yes, I am. Better than that. I'm blessed.
Yes, you are. I spent my honeymoon in Bermuda.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. You did tell me that.
That's right. They have the pink sands. It's just like the commercials. Mm-hmm. They have the pink sand with the pink crystals. Yeah. The water is turquoise. You can see your nail polish. Yeah. And the private coves are amazing. It's like you're the only one on the whole island. It's just like the commercial.
It is. It is. Yeah. This is my second time after. It was my first cruise 34 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, with Grace.
Oh,
with
okay.
Grace and her mother and her, God rest her soul, her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law, her sisters. I think her grandmother, but it was a nice, so it's my second time going back in 34 years.
Wow, we were almost there at the same time. I was there 36 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wow, so you and Grace are such good friends, and that's wonderful. And that's what our show is going to be about today. We're going to talk about the NCNW and the legacy of it, which she just, blurted out some of it, and we didn't even know about it. Right. So the NCNW is a National Council of Negro Women. It's a national organization. We have 5 sections in Connecticut. Yes. We have the Bridgeport section, New Haven, New London, Hartford, and Yukon is our collegiate section. Right. Sylvia and I, and Grace that she was just talking about, is from the Bridgeport section. Mm-hmm. And just talking about how her and Grace is the membership chair, and she couldn't be here today. So we're going to try to fill in for her a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, her and Grace have been friends for how many decades? 3 or 4?
5 decades.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we don't want to age you. Never
That's
mind.
Okay. No, I'm proud of it.
Ever since before they were born. And their mother were friends as well, right?
No, that's Karen. Karen Hill Johnson. Yeah, she's our chair. Okay. Her mother and my mom were friends. Yeah.
Okay, and now let me get this right. Well, you tell the story. Your mother was a part of the NCNW?
She was part of it, and of course, like with Ellen Morgan, attorney Ellen Morgan, her mother was part of it, and my mom was part of it. I think Ellen's mom had helped the Bridgeport chapter. I believe I was reading in the history of it.
Wow.
So it's a lot nice that we're bringing it on for another generation, and now we have our children and hopefully our daughters, will want to get into it too, and our granddaughters, to keep the legacy, to keep it going, because Mary McLeod Bethune, she did a lot for our people.
Yes, she did.
And the advancement of, mainly women, black women, where she was put down, and even the Ku Klux Klan was even trying to diminish some of the things that she tried to put forth. But not jumping all over the place, because the National Council of Negro Women in Friendship and how we got to pass that baton along. We got to pass it on to others.
Exactly. There's a lot of history there, and you could jump all over the place because it goes in so many different directions. But I like the legacy of it, that your mom was, a member, and then she brought
Karen's
you in,
mom,
and Karen's mom, and everybody
Ellen's
else's
mom.
I'm a newbie. I've only been here 3 years. My mother wasn't in it, and I don't have any girls, so I won't be passing it on.
Well, you can still share, but you can share. You'll have
I have a granddaughter.
I
got a granddaughter.
You got neighbors, you got friends, you got church members.
Yes, we
can all
do.
Get along. Yep.
And the reason we're here to share this important information with you is because we need members. I don't like to beat around the bush. We're better in numbers. We're powerful in numbers. The membership is shrinking, and we are looking for members. We're inviting you to our membership tea, which is going to be in October. I think it's October 15th. It's a Saturday. And it's going to be at the Burroughs Community Center. And we're just going to give you a little taste of what we stand for and what we do as an organization and how important it is, especially if you have daughters. And if you're watching this and you don't have any daughters, or you happen to be a guy, pass this along. We're going to be on YouTube. It's on YouTube, and you can share the link with everybody. Pass it along to all the women that you know, especially for the Bridgeport section. So we're looking to recruit members to, help our community.
Right.
So if you want to be a part of something bigger than you, and you want to give back to your community, start with us.
It's a good way to do it. Exactly.
Start with us. We do a lot of things with this organization, but we only have a handful of people, and we all have very busy lives and grandchildren and, and all these other things going on, other organizations. We just need some help.
Right, exactly.
To make our presence shown. So this show is about awareness. It's about looking for new members, and that doesn't mean that you're gonna, be committed to doing a whole bunch of work.
Right.
We meet once a month via Zoom.
Yeah, even
And once
every third, fourth Saturday.
Every
fourth Saturday.
Fourth, third. Well, we have a meeting tomorrow over the phone. So
okay,
today,
so that's the third.
The third Saturday. So
Good.
every third Saturday from like 10 to 12, we meet for a couple of hours. We used to do it in person. Now it's on Zoom. And we need help in all sorts of ways. We're a nonprofit organization. So if your help could come from a distance, we call people. That's helpful. There's a lot of different things that you could do besides, just having to be bogged down with the meetings and meetings and meetings. Right. When I meet, I want to meet for a purpose. I want to accomplish something. And that's what we're here today to do.
And it makes you feel good, and it's a part of healing after all this pandemic with, COVID and everything.
Yeah. We advocate for young African American girls and their families. And I am from a very poor section, Bridgeport. I'm from Father Panic Village. So why wouldn't I want to give back to the community?
Exactly.
And,
PQ.
what?
Pequannock, PQ,
I was
that's where I
like,
grew
what's
up.
PQ?
They said, that was a fake project. So I said, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was like
Pequannock was very real. If you lived in Bridgeport anywhere, it was real, believe me. So Sylvia's going to share with us some of the positive things. You could elaborate on what we do a little bit. Like, we have every single year, we have a Mary Bethune Heights Founders Day.
Founders Day luncheon, yeah.
Yes. And that is, so it's a nice event where we have dinner.
Nice
One of my favorite things to do is
eat.
So we have a nice dinner and recognition, and we honor people in the community. It's just a beautiful thing that all the sisters get together and do.
Right, yeah.
Right, Sylvia?
Yes, we do. I was proud recipient of one of the awards. We give out 5 awards. One is the Margaret E. Morton Civics Award. The other one is a Queenie Vincent Section Award. That's what I have received. There's a Dorothy Alsop Entrepreneur Award and the Marie W. Morgan Community Service Award and the Youth Award. And Marie Morgan was Ellen Morgan's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I told
Well,
you I'm a newbie.
That's okay. Hey, we learned, so I'm still learning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's an honor to be honored by the community. And the reason you're awarded these honors is because you do so much in the community. Yeah. And we appreciate that.
Thank you.
In every way. Every time I'm lucky to have her here. She's so busy.
Thank you. No.
She could have been in Bermuda or Italy or someplace,
no,
but she's here with us.
No.
So, we have that Founders Day luncheon to recognize, prominent leaders in the community. And we also have the Bethune Heights Recognition Luncheon. Or did I just say that? No, we have the Founders Day and the Recognition Luncheon.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one, I've only been to one of these. So this is, again, an opportunity if you're a business owner like me. Oh, look, I'm on the front page.
Oh, that's right, yes.
If you're a business owner, you get to advertise in the ad journals, and these go out to everybody at the luncheon. So it's a way to advertise your business, and it's a way to give back to the community and to honor what Mary Bethune stood for.
Right.
And when I first joined this organization, like in our era, the word Negro, I had trouble saying it. I could not say, I always said NCNW, I could not say National Council of Negro Women. It was such a strange word. And, to me.
Yeah, there was one of our contributors. It was not advertising, but Heavenly Hair, and he always supports African Americans. But when he first came to by employing, young women of color or men of color too, I had approached him when he came new to our neighborhood right up the street from my church, First Baptist Church of Stratford. And he gave me $250 off the bat, but when I told him what it was for, he said, "Oh, I thought you cannot say that word." I said it's for the National Council of Negro Women, and it was a good thing that he did take out I think he took out the back page, the full back page for $250, and he said it helped him with his getting his green card.
Oh, okay.
Because it showed proof that he is doing something within the community, and he has a business established in heaven. Us people, my father used to say, we as a people, if we spent as much money in our head as we do on our head, we'd be a better race of people. So, props to Pops.
Props to Pops. I like
Props
that.
to Pops, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, there are, like you said, putting the businesses in and mainly getting the word out there. People don't know about us still, unfortunately, even though Mary McLeod Bethune started this. I believe it was back in, I had it here in my notes. I don't have my glasses. Because she had such a
I know that she was born in 1875.
Yes, she was.
So she worked her whole life, and anybody that have ever read any history book or just alive today know that things were very, very tough for African Americans back in that day, and that is what prompted her to start this organization. In schools, she was also an educator. And I heard a story, I don't know how true it is, so don't hold me to this, that the reason she started it is because she was reading a book, and the book was taken away by a white girl and said, "You're not supposed to read," or something like that. Because I guess back then, black people were not allowed to be educated. And
it
so,
was like a privilege.
Yes.
A white privilege.
And so
it should be a privilege to
And so
everyone.
she was just determined, and that just inspired her to do all sorts of things.
Right.
And I think that's how it...
She did, She used
Is
to
that how
walk
it
5
started?
miles to school just to get an education, because they would only open it up just for one. I think it was a black school the woman had opened up, and the woman offered it to her family, her parents. I think it's Samuel and Patsy were their names, and they could only send one, and they sent Mary, and Mary would walk 5 miles to school, 5 miles back, and then teach the rest of her family what she had learned.
That's phenomenal. So don't take your education for granted.
No.
I mean, you guys have so many opportunities, Like imagine having to walk 5 miles to school and then having to teach everybody else. So and nowadays you're really, really going to need an education for some of the, technical jobs that are coming out.
True.
A lot of people went through a lot to cut the trail so that we could be and have the opportunities that we have today, like voting and education. And, nowadays it's taken
And just
for granted.
basic rights.
Yes.
Basic rights.
Yes.
Even people with, from being a nurse, and people, they give better care to non-African Americans. People instead of
there's discrimination in everything, and
across the board.
even now, up until like on the job, there's so much discrimination. But you know what? I don't let that bother me.
No.
It gets to you once in a while, but for the most part of it, I look at it as their problem, not mine. I still feel like we live in the best country in the world, and I have friends of all different cultures, so I know.
Denominations,
and then there's people that are I'm going to call them idiots or ignorant in every single culture. You could be black, white, or whatever. So that's how I look at it.
Right.
You know,
we're just
we
carrying on, living the dream, living Martin Luther King's dream.
Exactly. You know? We're living a life of paradise. So getting back to some of the things that we do
and it was started in 1935. I'm sorry. She started in 1935, National Council of Negro Women by Mary McLeod Bethune.
Awesome. 1935. So oh my goodness, I need a calculator. But anyway, so we're going to, we talked about Founders Day. These are some of the really good things that we get to do. And for me, I didn't have a sorority. So this is like my sorority, my sisterhood, you know, with this group of women. So we have Founders Day, we have the recognition luncheon, and we also do a membership tea, which I absolutely love because I'm like a little kid inside.
Yes, I know, right?
We had it at the Burroughs Center, and we had real china, little cute, little real china that we have passed on from, I think Ellen has it. I don't know who passed it on, but it's real china with the little saucers, and it's so old-fashioned. And we have the silver trays with the silver teapot, and I was just in heaven. And it was really beautiful. And then we had like little raffles. We had a pocketbook raffle. The pocketbook raffle was fun. So we have fun. We do a lot of fun things. So it's not a lot of hard work. It's just some participation and a lot of fun. And you get to just bond with your sisters. So I love the membership team. You know what? I'm going to say I love everything because that's why I'm here. I really, really do.
Keeping positive vibes. Positive vibes.
Yes. We support other groups. Like one of our NCNW sisters, she also has a nonprofit breast cancer organization called Covering Our Sisters. And so she does, you know, events. And so we support other groups. And she's one of them that we definitely support. Grace Johnson, Covering Our Sisters. I'm sure it's on, you can look it up on the website if you want, on Google. What else do we do? Oh, here's another fun thing that, guess what I'm going to say? I absolutely loved.
She's just a loving soul.
And I did. We did it right over here at the Stratford Library, right?
Yes, yeah.
So we had a soul food, what did we call it? Soul food for finals or something?
I think so,
It was right before the pandemic.
Right.
And what that consisted of is we used the library over here because it's really big. And everybody cooked a dish.
I think it was a Love It room.
The Love It room. I love her. She's so good with details.
Oh, no.
She's a nurse. You got to be analytical and all that. But anyway, it was beautiful.
It was nice.
You know, everybody cooked a dish. And if you can't cook, buy something, that's all. You can buy chicken or, you know, chips or whatever. And we all, I guess, donated from our Bridgeport section book bags or gift bags for the girls. So it was to support, you know, African-American girls.
Encourage them and inspire them and help them, give them some nourishment, some nutrients, some caring, some TLC, some
exactly.
support. You know,
from the greater Bridgeport area, we had high school and college kids. And we cooked and they came in and they ate. And, you know, we just talked and everything, socialized. And, you know, finals, when you're taking finals in college, well, she could tell us she's a nurse. That is so stressful. And usually when you're in college, you're just broke. You don't have a lot of money because you're not working, you're going to school. And there's a lot of food insecurities, you know, in
trying
college
to make ends meet. And you want to make sure you have that nourishment and your nutrients, your vitamins, electrolytes, something, you know, so you can study, so you can learn. So you can
pull those all-nighters, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So that was a lot of fun. So, you know, we try to reach out to the community as much as possible. And another thing that we just put on, I was just talking to the president today about, is one of our members, Georgia. Her daughter is in high school, and I think she's trying to get her daughter involved.
Oh, good.
And, you know, Karen just kind of threw it out there that maybe somebody would like to go to the high school and have a talk with the girls.
Oh, that's true.
But what I was thinking about having Georgia's daughter do is have her on the show one day.
And have her
and
friends,
we make
maybe,
a show, and she can tell her side of it from a high school student's perspective, and then share the link with her friends and invite them to the meetings.
Exactly.
Because we got to get people interested, and we got to help our community. It takes more than just a family. Thank you.
Takes a village.
It sure does. So, and we're looking into, helping families that are just struggling with food. I was just talking to Karen about this, and one of the ideas she was talking about was like gift cards, for food and things like that.
Right.
So, can you share any stories that maybe your mother told us about the organization from a long time ago? Or just something with you and Grace? You've been in this for, 34 years? Or
They had I remember, I was a debutante. That was back in 1978.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
The cotillions, to be introduced into society. And someone had told me, they said, black people did do that?
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yes, we did. We would have cotillions. Where you have your escort and everything. But, you had to meet a certain protocol. You had to make sure you were a virgin, you were white. There was things to have it taken seriously, and which utensils that you're supposed to eat with, how you're having table manners, just to learn to be a good person. That's all. Just living out in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
but there are a lot of stories.
It's like going
a
to
lot of
finishing
meetings.
school.
A lot of meetings and stuff. But it was a lot of things being involved. My sister Naomi, God rest her soul, she was a sub-deb, and that was back in 1975, 73. And she said she wanted to make sure that I was a debutante. So I was a debutante and was with Latrez and another organization, and with National Council of Negro Women. So it was fun. It was, a lot of good memories. A lot of good. I can't think of any other specific ones, but there was a lot of meetings, and it was just a lot of camaraderie and just trying to raise champions. Trying to instill in your daughters, how you would want them to grow up to be. How to be treated, how to be respected. How to be loved, how to help out in your community, how to get your education. Anything you can do, anything. Staying inspired. And staying blacktastic.
I like that. Did you just make that word up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because I made some words up.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Oh, see, I missed all that.
Oh, no.
I did.
Well, you got it now.
We did not have that growing up in Father Panic Village, I'll tell you
I was
right
in
now.
Pequannock.
I was a tomboy. I was playing
too.
football with the boys, running around in a T-shirt.
You had fun. You were healthy, you were blessed.
That's right.
You were blessed. That's the bottom line.
So we come from all walks of life.
Exactly.
Right. And there's no special requirements. You just have to have a passion for wanting to be a part of something bigger than you, for wanting to help someone, for, maybe there's, someone in your neighborhood or somebody at your job that you might want to help. That you see a struggling single mom with a baby or something, and that just any way that you can help out is what we want to do. We like to do more. We were talking about going into schools, reading to kindergarten, first grade, or what have you, and then the pandemic hit, so we weren't able to do that, but. What we need, and I'm just going to cut right to it, is people. We need your help.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So.
There's a lot of organizations, but, trying to find the right one and that fits. And I think we're a great fit for quite a few people. They just don't know it. You got to get out there and get into it.
That's
sharing, going to churches or your schools, wherever. Other meeting places that you have. So
I'm going to sum that up for her. We're the best organization out there.
Thank you.
That's how I would say it. And so, if not us, who? Who are you going to join? You got to do something. Even if you're a single mom, if you're married, it doesn't matter what your position is. You might be able to help somebody or help us. We could use a grant writer. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, yeah.
Give
us ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know everything.
And we've been doing the same thing for a very long time, so we need fresh blood Is that one way of putting it? How would you say it, Sylvia?
Yeah, no, yeah, some fresh blood.
We really, really do. And I hope that, some of you guys will pass this on to yourselves, your friends, your daughters, and start getting them interested in it really early, because it is just the best organization out there. And again, we are the Bridgeport section. We invite you to our membership tea, which is going to be on, I think it's Saturday, October 15th at the Burroughs Community Center.
In Bridgeport.
Yep. So we have about 1 minute left, Sylvia.
Wow. Okay.
Time goes by fast when you're having fun. When you're talking about something you're passionate about. What would you like to, any last words that you would like to leave us with?
Googler, each one, reach one, teach one, just trying to live your best life, but it's good when you include other people in it. That is a healthy thing to do.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's a blessed thing to do. Pass on the blessings.
Absolutely. Follow us on YouTube. Share the link, and we're just trying to, get awareness about the organization out there. So, Sylvia, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
coming on the
pleasure.
show and sharing this with us.
You're
and thank you, audience, for joining us. And I hope everybody have a great day. This is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show, and we're on your side.